Welcome to the investment session. So in the last video, you have seen how to choose the product for your export business based upon the life cycle of the business, SWOT analysis, and the category. So in this video, we are going to see about export finance management. In export finance, we have a rule called 80 is to 10 is to 10. So based on this, the whatever amount you have, you will split up that into 80 is to 10 is to 10. In export business, there will be two stages, either before the order or after the order stage. So at the moment, you will be in before the order stage. Once you are in the before order stage, there will be two status, that is before meeting the buyer or after meeting the buyer. So if you are in the before meeting buyer stage, here you will have three stuff to do: product selection, legal requirements, and market selection. So you have done your product selection based on the previous video. So now there will be two other challenges: legal and market selection. So the legal means whatever certificates or license required for the export business. To start with, there will be one export license. In India, we call it as IEC, and the same thing will be same in most of the countries. You will require one license that will be required for exporting majority of the product. 99% of the product wouldn't require any other certificates or other license to export from your country. But that you have to check depending upon the product you have selected. So in the market selection, that is where we do the marketing, and the channels are offline and online marketing. About the marketing channels, we will see about it in tomorrow's video in the journey of the successful exports. So once you are in the before meeting the buyer stage, your main work is to promote your product or do the marketing, because the export business is going to be different from your domestic business, where you don't have to have your inventory or your warehouse right at your hand before starting marketing. So that is most important when you do the export business. So when you do the marketing, the purpose of the marketing is to get the attention of your buyer. When you get the attention of your buyer, then you will provide a pro forma invoice or a quotation for the negotiation purpose. So the negotiation will be a mandatory stage at any export order. If your pricing is up to the market level or market reality, the buyer might negotiate on different things: quantity, quality, period of execution, then your payment terms. So the negotiation can be on different stages or different scenarios. So if the buyer likes your quotation, and if the negotiation reaches a satisfactory level, then there is a sales, then you'll go for the execution. Only at the execution level, after getting the order, you need the major chunk of your finance, that is 80%. If you are a manufacturer and exporter, you will already have the product at hand. If you are a merchant exporter who is going to buy from someone else and then export it from buy from a trader or a manufacturer or a processing unit, then you need that money for product sourcing. Even if your relationship is very good with the manufacturer or processing unit, you can go for some payment period negotiation. So that depends upon your interpersonal skills. And you need that working capital for packaging, freight cost, and overhead cost. So uh, once you receive the purchase order and you start executing the export order, that is where you will utilize the 80%. So to begin with the export business, you need 20% of your capacity, financing capacity, to begin the export business. So even if you are in a category 1, that is just 40,000 rupees you need to have. Even in that 40,000 rupees, that 10 percentage of your finance, that is 20,000 rupees, may not be completely required for legal purpose if you would have already taken one license. So the immediate need will be the 10 percentage of your export business export finance capacity to do the marketing. So once you give the once you present the quotation, there will be three stages. So first stage we have already discussed, that is the where the buyer likes the quotation and it will progress to the sales. The other stage is the follow-up stage. In follow-up stage, there will be three answers you will get. You would have given the quotation, but the buyer may not be replying immediately for the quotation. So you can follow up after 2 working days or 1 working day, depending upon how you are dealing with the buyer and product and the order capacity or the quantity. So if the buyer says he doesn't like the product, he doesn't like the quotation, or if your pricing is beyond market reality, they may not reply back at all. But in some cases, they can say no, and you should know what are the reasons. Certain times, you may not receive any reply from a so called buyer or a prospect buyer if that person is not a genuine buyer or he's not ready to make any purchase at that time of period, or if he is a new importer who's just studying the market scenario. So in such case, if the buyer is in good contact with you, you can ask for the reasons why they don't like it or why they don't want to make a order now. Why they don't want to place an order with you. So you can rectify it when you deal with the same kind of buyers in different market. If the buyer says he likes the quotation, but this is not the time he can buy, maybe they already have a contact with current suppliers, maybe their expansion plan is in near future, they may not make an order immediately, but you can ask when is the next time to contact them. By that, if you do the regular follow-ups without pestering them or nurturing the leads by giving the right details, and if you are keeping in contact, it will definitely progress to the materializing stage. So I hope you understood the finance management. If it is clear for you, please comment below FM, that is finance management. If you have any doubts, please post it below. In the next video, we will see about how to do the market selection, how long will it take for you to execute a order, and what profit you can earn from your export business. Thank you.